Hi everyone, this is your favorite friend Jay or Jaylan Salah as you formerly know her, film critic at Geek Vibes Nation and In Session Film. Today I come to you with reactions to the new Sight and Sound interview with Wong Kar-wai to talk about a masterpiece of sorts, to talk about one of the most beautiful movies in the entire universe, or at least my universe, In the Mood for Love, the 2000 beautiful, wonderful masterpiece that premiered at Cannes on 20th May 2000. So in the year 2000, lucky people who attended the Cannes Film Festival got to watch this masterpiece for the first time ever. I mean, can you believe their luck? Can you believe what it would have been if someone like me saw this movie for the first time ever at a festival, a premiere? And sometimes I ask myself, like, will I ever have a similar experience? Like, will I ever watch a movie that profound that just affects me so immensely, like In the Mood for Love, as a premiere on the big screen in a festival someday? I don't know. It seems so far-fetched, but then, the world can surprise you sometimes. So we'll just put that aside. However, the Sight and Sound interview was just spectacular. Sam Wigley made it with Wong Kar-wai, and honestly, I feel so. Oh, yes, yes, yes. La, 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 la. Ready to be interviewed to an oral history. Yes, they interviewed probably the entire cast. Maggie Chung, editor and production designer William Chang, of course, Chris Doyle, the cinematographer, the longtime collaborator with Wong Kar-wai, composer Umibashi Shigeru, and subtitler and critic Tony Ryans. I can't believe that they interviewed Wong Kar-wai. Okay, because here is the thing. All those who know me, every single cinephile out there, every single person who knows about my love for cinema know that, first of all, I love Austin Butler as the actor of the generation. He is like my number one, my first and most favorite actor of the generation. And they also know that I love Wong Kar-wai as the best director out there, even with all the great directors whom I love, Scorsese, Tarantino, Corrida, Julieta Corneau, all these amazing Agnes Varda, even all the dead ones, Celine Sciamma, all these great people. But Wong Kar-wai for me encapsulates not just my love for cinema, but what it feels like to be an artist. His art kind of speaks to my soul, and I have this code of, what would Buffy do? But for me, it would be like, what would Wong Kar-wai do? So you have a life problem. What would Wong Kar-wai do? You're feeling lonely, watch Chungking Express. You're in a love relationship with a toxic person, watch Happy Together. You are longing and you're in one of those unrequited love, like passionate desire longing relationships, watch In the Mood for Love, but also watch In the Mood for Love for particular reasons. It will always be my number one on my Letterboxd for favorites. I never change it. I might change other ones, but this one stays because it's the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life, and it encapsulates my love for cinema. So when I saw the interview with Sight and Sound, I was like, okay, I can't believe that he is talking, especially during such a critical time in humanity's life, because I feel like there are lots of concepts and themes and things that we believe in that are challenged. Like, what does it mean to be an artist, to be a writer, to be a poet when one day AI could actually take over your place? People might enjoy a film written by AI. There might be no need for poetry because apparently people, cannot afford to have the luxury of seeing, do these poets mean anything, unless you have like an Instagram following where cool people kind of like retweet you retweet your books, reading it, which is of course great, but not all of us are that impactful on the young generation and on, like the tropes of readers on the internet, the cool girls, the hot dreamy girls, the sad girls, or like the cool tubers, boobers, whatever. So what does it mean like to create anymore? What does it mean like? Because what if one day we wake up and yeah, people just don't care and even audiences don't care. They just care that the movie is well made, it has their favorite stars, or that, like a book is just so entertaining and good, so nobody really cares about it. So they asked Wong Kar-wai, whom I consider like my favorite person in the world, like someone I truly worship and idolize, like you have no idea. You've been interviewed by AI for the Chinese release. What are your thoughts on the use of AI in filmmaking? Will you use it? Technology is a tool. This is his answer. AI can replicate, but can it yearn? AI can replicate, but can it yearn? I realized, oh my God, this kind of like was the answer to many of the questions that I was having like lately. Like AI can replicate, but can it yearn? Also kind of made me realize that how sad it is that we are now using Tesla robots or AI bots or applications to fall in love. Because yes, we want a perfect rendition of falling in love. Like something that doesn't bother us or doesn't cause us the pain that probably we are having right now or going through with the uncertainty of many things about love. But can it yearn? Can it yearn? Can an algorithm understand the weight of a glance between two people who can't express their feelings? Can it? Like two people who can't express their feelings, like when you, let's say, fall in love with a man or a person who does not emotionally express themselves perfectly or who suppress their emotions for particular reasons, um, can AI replicate that? The idea of you trying to decipher and discover the person in front of you, trying to get them to talk, to understand the silences. Can it understand the complexity of two people coming together and just realizing, yes, that's it, that's the truth, or yes, that's it, but there is nothing we can do anymore about it? I mean, I read this and reread it over and over again, and I realized I really love this man so much. Can AI replicate longing and yearning? Like, seriously, AI can replicate, but can it yearn? I know that some people will say, yes, one day it will be able to imitate all our emotions, all our characteristics, but it can't imitate our flaws. I mean, I'm so grateful to be a writer and to have editors like Dylan Gonzalez from Geek Vibes Nation and David Giovanni from In Session Film and Shadan Larky, of course, from In Session, who actually point out my mistakes, my flaws, the sentences, the incomplete sentences that I sometimes forget in the middle of the text. Because this makes me human and makes me realize that, yes, my voice matters, even as flawed and erratic sometimes as it is, or the unfinished thoughts. I hope I'm not bugging or bothering them much, but what I wish is for my humanity to be accepted and appreciated because my voice, my unique presence in this world matters. So when I read him talking like that, it kind of reassured me that, yeah, I think it's kind of bleak with the AI thing, especially if you're someone, a creator or someone who creates or does things, and you realize, well, it's not easy to be the most popular person in the world or to be very successful doing what you do. But will I still love it if for some day I wake up and realize, well, they actually want to eliminate that because there's someone who, there are things that will eliminate it eventually because there are faster film critics, there are faster writers, there are faster editors, there are faster whatever it is, but can it yearn? Can it yearn? Can it understand the weight of a glance between two people who can't express their feelings? Can code capture the way memory distorts and reshapes our past? I, he says at the end of his answer that he doesn't think machines have the answers yet to these questions. And even if they do, even if someday AI can yearn and can fall in love and can understand the weight of a glance between two people who really can't express what they feel, can't express their feelings. He believes that machines cannot answer these yet. But even if someday we magically wake up and realize that, yes, AI can yearn and AI can understand the weight of a glance between two people who can't express their feelings, I don't care about that day. And I'm not going to think, when is it going to happen? Because all I know is that to this day, we still are able to yearn, to have the flawed feelings, the painful feelings, the things that make us human, the things that distinct us from AI, the things that AI cannot replicate, cannot create, cannot emulate yet, because AI is perfect. It produces the perfect answer, the perfect letterbox review, the perfect text, the perfect essay. Maybe it produces the perfect sex for some people, the perfect relationship with someone who would never argue with you or put you in a situation where you realize, I don't understand. And you cannot live with the weight of the uncertainty. But I choose humanity, and obviously Wong Kar-wai chooses that as well. And this is why I love him, and I think he's the greatest director of all time, at least for me. So share with me your thoughts. Share with me what you think, your love. If you haven't watched In the Mood for Love yet and want to come back to me and tell me what you think of it, just share it with me and, you know, just think about yearning.